All right, Colorado, we are back, and it's once again time to continue our GM mode commentary with our garbage Colorado Avalanche. Year 6 has come, and Year 6 is gone. First round exit to the St. Louis Blues. The freaking Blues once again. Year 2, they kicked us out in a 4-game sweep. Year 4, they kicked us out in 6 games, and here we are in year number 6, and they whoop our ass once again. And it's just the exact same story as year number 4. Our inability to score goals, okay? Game 1, 2 goals for. Game 2, all right, we got the 4 goals for. I thought this would be a different year, and then 3 in a row. 2 goals for. 2 goals for. 1 goal for. So for whatever reason, we cannot perform against the St. Louis Blues, and it's our lack of offense, all right? So I don't know what to do with this team. I've ran out of options. We have one more year left in the 3-year time frame to get a Stanley Cup with this roster before everything blows up. I think we're just getting some bad luck. I've seen teams with worse defensive cores win the Stanley Cup. Last year's Carolina Hurricanes. I've seen teams with worse offensive cores win the Stanley Cup. Worse goaltending, right? We're just not getting the simulation right now. So boys, I don't want to waste any time in this video. If we got one more year of time frame, we've got to get to those playoffs again, okay? And now, let's simulate to the NHL draft. We'll take a look at the player stats. We'll do all the free agency and all that, right? But I don't think we're going to waste too much time reassembling the team. The reason is because I could take a shot in the dark, improve our second line left wing just because we think we need to do it, and then return to the playoffs next year and lose in the first round once again. There's no making this team perfect so that we guarantee a Stanley Cup. I think we're as good as we can be. We just have to hope for a good simulation, right? So, scouting assignment, yeah, I might as well send him out one more time so it doesn't keep popping up and bothering the crap out of me. So, forwards for 6 weeks. I don't think we're going to run into salary cap issues this year. I may have to trade somebody away. We'll get to that when we get to it, but god damn it, man, I can't believe this. That's why that Stanley Cup loss to the Carolina Hurricanes last year was so massive. We finally got there. And the team that we matched up against, I mean, we could beat the Hurricanes. Freaking 7 playmakers in their top 9. But no, they whoop us. And then the return of the Blues nightmare, man. Every 2 years. Every freaking 2 years. Year 2, year 4, and now year 6. This is a true, and there they are. There they do it. They freaking do it. We lost to the Stanley Cup champions, boys, the St. Louis Blues. So we had to go up against the Blues in the first freaking round. Oh, the nightmare that is the Central Division. We just cannot conquer it. The salary cap for the upcoming season, blah, 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 blah. And your year 6 Stanley Cup champions are the St. Louis Blues, boys. So that argument about making a better blue line, well, you might have a point now. The Blues just won their first Stanley Cup in this universe. They didn't get it in year 2, they didn't get it in year 4, they did get to the Stanley Cup Finals, but they finally got that Stanley Cup now. Oh, if only I could acquire a Pietrangelo or a, what's his name, Parayko, and just put him on the team. So St. Louis Blues are your 2022 Stanley Cup champions. That pisses me off. Alright, so playoff tree. Let's take a look at this. So the Blues, they ran through the Avalanche. They ran through the Dallas Stars in 6 games. They ran through the San Jose Sharks and the Carolina Hurricanes. They made it back to the Stanley Cup Finals. My 2 friggin' rivals in the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Hurricanes actually forced them to a Game 7. The Blues took it. Whatever those teams are doing, man, it's working out for them. The Blues and the Hurricanes in the Cup Finals, it goes to 7, but it's taken by the St. Louis Blues on the road. Very well. I don't know if it was on the road. Never mind. All right, so player stats. Let's see who did what for us. I guarantee you, none of our forwards are going to have good stats here. Nobody. Ooh, JT Comfort. Never mind. I take it back. So the third line chipped in. Adam Henrique, third line, 3 goals. Matthew Tkachuk, 3 assists, 3 points. Jonathan Drouin, Nick Cardile. Look at this. Gucci. Oh my god. So the best 3 players were the third line. Then the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you get 5 players tied for 4th in points. And 2 of those 5 players are 4th liners. So you had like 5 players in the top 4 that were in the bottom 6. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's just because so many players tied for 4th place. Oh my god, man. And then Nolan Patrick, 1 goal. Our captain, Nathan McKinnon, no goals, 1 assist. Emile Poirier, Tyson Jost, no points in 5. Oh my god. So our forwards, other than our bottom 6, our top 6 just did not come through. Even though during the regular season, they were all like 70-point guys. No one scored a single freaking goal against the St. Louis Blues. And then the defense, Derek Pouliot, 3, Cam Fowler. All right, what about Merkley? No points. He was an even player, though, and Cam Fowler was a 1, so I guess it's not like they were a liability. And goaltender, Samsonov, 2.54 goals against, and a save percentage of .915. And I saw your comments. You guys were saying that I was ripping Samsonov. I didn't mean to. It wasn't his fault. It was our lack of offense, all right? So I'll just put a period on it. It was our lack of offense, just like year number 4 against the St. Louis Blues. 2 exits now against the Blues. Forget about year number 2 because we were still building there. But year 4 and year 6, both the exits was not our goaltender's fault. First time around, Picard, nope. It was our lack of offense. Second time around, nope. It was our lack of offense. And the first time around, we actually got to a game 6. We actually got 2 wins, but we couldn't keep the puck out of our net as well. And it just came back to bite us in the ass. All right, so awards. Stanley Cup goes to the St. Louis Blues. The President's Trophy, the Boston Bruins, Clarence, and the Prince of Wales goes to the St. Louis Blues and the Carolina Hurricanes. Player awards, Patrick Laine, Art Ross, Hart Memorial, Patrick Laine, James Norris, Rasmus Dahlin. And when it fucking rains, it pours. Oh, jeez. So you're saying that in year number 2, when I decided to go with Ryan Merkley over Rasmus Dahlin, it was the wrong move? James Norris. All right, I'm going to have to take a look at Rasmus Dahlin after this. Lady Bing goes to Patrick Kane. Calder goes to Kay Alvstad. Conn Smythe goes to Evan Fitzpatrick. 84 overall or 85 overall goaltender. Vezina Trophy goes to Rask, Bill Masterton, Jockton Cheney. Frank J. Selke goes to Nico Hischier. Should have picked up, no, Hischier got selected first overall, or second, I think it was first overall. Ted Lindsay goes to Patrick Laine, and Maurice Richard goes to Patty Kane. All right, so hang on a second here. Can I actually go to the trade screen yet? I think I can, right? You don't have to wait till you actually get to the draft in this one, right? But pros, okay, so let's go to the Boston Bruins and take a look at Rasmus Dahlin. Now, I could have selected this guy, I think it was the year 2 NHL entry. Yeah, it was year number 2. Okay, so he's 89 overall. All right, so let's bring up Ryan Merkley. So the overalls are similar, but I've been saying this entire time. You know, some guys simulate better than others. So Ryan Merkley, since that playoff loss, has dropped back down to an 87, right? Their trade values are in favor of Rasmus Dahlin. Let me take a look at Ryan Merkley. So I drafted him in 2018, 3rd overall. He's 87 overall. Okay, so let's take a look at Rasmus Dahlin. He went 5th overall. He's 89 overall. I'm saying overall a lot. Offensive awareness 90, passing 92. Okay, let's see what kind of stats he has during seasons. Oh, we could use that. We could use that big time. All right, so boys, now we're looking back at some draft picks that I could have had. It's just did not work out for us. Should have picked Rasmus Dahlin, the Super Swede. He's freaking point per game, 20 goal season now. Well, maybe Ryan Merkley could jump because it's like this guy all of a sudden got a big jump, right? It was like his first year, only 25 points, then the 40, and then he got a big jump up to 73. So maybe Ryan Merkley, you maybe see a jump like that for next year. Ryan Merkley, man. Okay, so I've already taken a look at the awards, all that good stuff. Yeah, I guess we can just get into the NHL entry draft. Hang on one second, though. I need a drink. All right, that's a little bit better. Got a stuffy nose, but we got to power on through, boys. So we're going to go into the NHL entry drafts. Like I said, I don't believe we have too many things to do here. Let me just, do we have a first round pick? I'm just trying to think. Well, first, I might as well take a look at if we have anyone that we need to sign this year. I'm pretty sure the way I made it is that we're fine for this year. We'll be fine for next year. So Travis Sanheim, we got to sign, but he's already at $4.5 million. I'd expect it somewhere around that. Same thing with Matthew Tkachuk. He's at $2.5 million. I'd say it's somewhere around that. Let's go down here. Okay, so we got Emlyn. Now, we don't need to sign him. Now, we still have $7 million of cap space. I do think that we have to sign Samsonov, though, and maybe DePenta. Let's see. Yeah, I got to sign both of these guys. So 87, 83 overall. Hopefully, my extra $7 million is enough for that. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to keep this team together. And we have a draft pick, do we not? Yeah, because I did not trade this away this year. So I could use that draft pick to acquire another player to make this team better, boys. But I'm going to wait to the trade deadline for next year for that. Okay, I'm going to let this team try it one more time. So sim options, sim to the user pick. Let's get our first round draft pick out of the way. See if we can maybe find a stud here at 20th overall. All right. All right, so there was a top 6 player just before us, so it looks like there's somebody I could snag up. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of players here. Okay, so let me just take a look at top 9, bottom 6. Yeah, any exact elites? No. Okay. So all these guys, they look to be top 9, either low top 6 or a medium top 6. So you know what? This grinder, why not? Get a grinder who's medium top 6 that could play in the top 9 for the future. Hell yeah. Maurice Bega from the QMJHL Shawinigan Cataracts. You know what? He looks to already be in the 70s. This guy could be a decent overall. Medium top 6, Maurice Bega. You know what? I'm going to snag him up, boys. Make the pick. Let's see. Medium top 6. Medium top 6. Woo! He's medium top 6. That's a good grinder right there. All right, so sim options, sim the entire draft. We're just going to get the entire draft out of the way. The next GM for the Colorado Avalanche has to be worried about these draft picks. These draft picks are not going to be a part of our future, or part of my future with the Colorado Avalanche. I built this team from day one, making trades, making draft picks that maybe should have been Rasmus Dahlin, right? But this is the squad. I've built it up. 97, 93, 88. That's the best we can do. Maybe our goaltenders can grow in the offseason, but I'm not giving up in the squad. I think they can get it done. All right? All right, so let's get to the re-sign stage. 17 million. Yeah, I don't want to waste your time in this video, so give me a sec. Okay, boys, we got everyone re-signed except for one player. We did run into a little bit of cap issues just because I wanted to sign some of the younger guys, and some of them wanted one-year deals, like Voutilainen, Voloshenko, I think, wanted a one-year deal. It's not 1 year, one-way deal, right? So we have to get Emile Poirier back. I got $1.3 million of cap space available, but we can easily just trade away a guy with like $1 million and pick him up in free agency, okay? So everyone is back on the team except for Emile Poirier. Can always replace him, though. We do have some young guys coming up in the AHL as well. And where was that Bega? There he is. All right, so here was that grinder that we just drafted. Maurice Bega, right wing grinder. He is 71 overall, 19 years of age, medium top 6 grinder. If we had another 5 years in this GM mode, this guy might end up being a pretty good penalty killer for us. The stick checking is already up there at 83, shot blocking 78. You just need to get that defensive awareness into the mid 80s, and the other two. And this guy would be a good penalty killer, okay? So that is that. Let's head into free agency. I will trade away any players that we need to re-sign Emile Poirier. After all, he is a part of this team. Send to free agency. It was Ilya Samsonov. Samsonov wanted like $7+ million. So Ilya, if you want $7 million, you got to start playing like you're worth $7 million. I'm not blaming the playoffs on him, boys, but I need like a Vezina Trophy goaltender to just come back and just steal a freaking series for us, like against the St. Louis Blues. I needed somebody to step up, and no one did. Absolutely no one. Certainly not our offense. All right, so free agency. Let's see. We got Rasmus Ristolainen. Well, if you want to sign that other top 2 defenseman, Johnny Gaudreau, Braden Shen. The only problem is $8 million, boys. Man, Rasmus Ristolainen would be nice. 92 overall, but I'd have to literally give him like 9 mil to make sure he's on the team. And our cap space right now is 1 mil, boys. So that's not working, right? It's not going to work. There's no way in hell we can do it. Probably got people saying, well, you should trade away a defenseman to sign Rasmus Ristolainen. You know, we've built a team here with the right kind of contracts at the right time. We've only gone out and given 2 big free agent contracts. It was Cam Fowler and Adam Henrique. Adam Henrique, we've already re-signed, so he's not on that free agent contract anymore, but we still have Cam Fowler's $8 million per season, right? So if I wanted to free up another $8 million, hang on a sec. If I just went to salary for a second, right? No, I got to keep him. Got to keep Adam Henrique, boys. He's our third line center. McKinnon, Druin. Okay, so you'd have to trade away some defense like Travis Sanheim, $5 million. Now that wouldn't even work. You'd have to trade away like 2 of your defensemen. So we have a team here here, a deep team. I'm not going to trade away any of these guys, all right? But we do need to find a way to get the Emile Poirier back on the squad. So I got 1.3 million. You know what? I don't think I can afford Emile Poirier. I don't think I can do it. Every one of these players I need to play. Yeah, I gotta play all those guys. And then these other guys, 950. If I free up like a million, Voutilainen. You know, Voutilainen's a grinder. He can just play up. You know what? I'm gonna drop Emile Poirier. He's been one of our better players. But I got Voutilainen and Voloshenko coming up next year. Give them the chance. They're both, I don't want to trade them both, because I could trade them both and still not have enough money to sign Emile Poirier. So you know what? I'm going to just go into the season with these two guys. Thank you for your service, Emile Poirier, but we got to shake it up a little bit. And I got Voutilainen, another grinder who can come up and play, all right? So there's the one change to our team this year, boys. I couldn't keep the entire roster together. Goodbye, Emile Poirier. So we're not going to be signing any free agents. We have our team ready to go. Let's get to preseason. All right, boys, here we are, preseason. Oh, look at that, our 96 offense, it's gone down from 97, defense 93, but our goaltending's up there at 89. Okay, perfect. So let's go to, you know what, I'll just go to edit lines from here. Roster moves, we will edit the lines for year number 7, and we will get this season started in this video, boys. Don't you worry. All right, so roster moves. Let's make sure that all the right players are on the NHL squad. So first off, goaltenders. So Samsonov and DePenta. Looks like they've stayed the same. I mean, DePenta's grown, right? 84 overall. I think DePenta is, I mean, we need to get him more starts if we're going to see him grow higher. But Samsonov's the man. You guys wanted us to trade for him. He's the man, all right? So Samsonov and DePenta is going to be our starter and backup combination again this year. Defenseman, Cam Fowler, 91. Good. Travis Sanheim, 88. Ryan Merkley didn't grow. Ah! Man, he's only 22. How is he capping off, for Christ's sake? His offensive awareness and passing, it stayed at 88, boys. I need those to get into the 90. So it seems like Rasmus Dahlin was definitely the better goal-scoring defenseman or point-producing defenseman. Derek Pouliot, Tyson Berry, Eric Goodbranson, Karpatsev, and Carlson. No, you guys can go back down. All right, in the system, Emlyn, Karpatsev, all of these guys we're not worrying about anymore. So 6 players, perfect. Forwards. Okay, is there anyone down there in the system that we need to bring up? Albaline, Sugihara, nope, all these guys are good, and I have one too many players, so I gotta send down Voutilainen, Voloshenko. All right, so should I give Voloshenko the sniper the chance? Doesn't have the greatest defensive stats, but man, his offensive awareness and passing, 93, not bad. Maybe get some offense down there on the 4th line. After all, they were getting plenty of goals. Or Voutilainen with his stick checking at 99, but his defense is, you know what, it's just this guy's stick checking and his good skating that's bringing his overall up there. If his stick checking was like mid-80s, he might be like 77, 76. So you know what, we're going to go with Voloshenko. Voutilainen, you can go back down there. All right, so now it says our cap space is 4 mil. I want Emile Poirier back, god damn it. All right, so edit lines. Let's get the NHL squad up and ready to go. Same thing with the AHL squad. Hang on. Best lines. All right, so the NHL. If I go best lines, no, I'm going to have to do my own line changes. Give me a second here, boys. Okay, so here are the lineups for year number 7. Very similar to the lineups that we had in year number 6. Maxime Comtois, Nolan Patrick, Clayton Clutch Keller, Tyson Jost, Nathan McKinnon, Jonathan Drouin. The reason I'm going back with this top 6 was because during the regular season last year, these guys performed amazingly. They were scoring goals left and right. 70 points, 70 points, 70 points, 70 points, and then Keller and Jost both had like 30 goals, right? Now, it didn't work during the playoffs against the Stanley Cup winning St. Louis Blues. So, when we get back to the playoffs, I can make a line change. A lot of people didn't agree with Tyson Jost being on the 2nd line. But for the regular season, let's just get into the playoffs, okay? 3rd line, JT Compher, Adam Henrique, Matthew Tkachuk. And the 4th line, Nick Kerdiles, Frederic Gauthier, and Ivan Voloshenko. We're going to see what Voloshenko can do on the 4th line. Maybe chip in with some offense, okay? Defensively, we got Cam Fowler, Ryan Merkley, Travis Sanheim, Tyson Berry, Derek Pouliot, and Eric Goodbranson. Same lineup as before. Special teams, Maxime Comtois, Nolan Patrick, and Nathan McKinnon on the 1st line power play. And then you got all the shooters alongside of the playmaking Jonathan Drouin on the 2nd line power play. Four-man power play, pretty similar. Penalty kill, we got Gauthier and Kerdeals, and then Henrique and Kachuk now instead of Poirier. Fowler, Goodbranson, Barry, and Merkley, and same for the three-man penalty kill. Extra attackers, we don't need to look at that. Goaltenders, we got Samsonov and DePenta, and that's the team, all right? So, boys, let's see what the overall is. Hang on, are we still the 96 for offense? 97 for offense, so we got it up there. 97 for offense, 93 for defense, 89 for goaltending. Now, like I said, I don't want to waste time here. We know what this team is about. We just have to get the season simulated, okay? I'm trusting these guys to get it done. If they don't make the playoffs, well, then that's all she wrote, all right? But I have to trust that these guys will make the playoffs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a quick time simulation. We will come back at the end of every month just to give you guys an update, but I don't want to waste time in this video, so let's jump ahead to the end of October. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of November, and a weird start to the season, man. 3 regulation losses in a row to begin, followed up by 5 regulation losses. Wins in a row for us. So 5-3 to start the year. Not too shabby. Now, I don't want to take a look at the player stats or the team stats just yet. We've only played 8 games, so the stats are going to be all over the place. So let's go to the end of November, and then we'll take a look at the stats, okay? Let's jump. Okay, so here we are. We're a very weird team, boys, this year. I'm getting pissed off, but then it's like it's saving itself every time before I bring it back live here. 3 losses in a row right here to San Jose, Carolina, and Chicago. And we were 8-9-1, I believe, and then win. So 6 in a row. So yeah, we were 8-9-1, and then 6 in a row puts us to 14-9-1. So I guess we're okay. So let's take a look at the individual stats, the team stats, all that good stuff. Our locker room chemistry is 82%. Our offense is now at 98, boys. Our defense is at 94. All right, so good news here. Are we at the top? We're at the top of the Central Division, which still looks to be the division of hell. Every single team on that list, even the Dallas Stars, 10-9-3, technically above 500 if you leave out the overtime losses. Okay, so team stats. Let's take a look at this. We're just going to compare it to the Central Division, okay? So goals for per game, 3.29, very good. So remember the lines that we had last year, Jost, Keller, Comfer, Patrick, Drouin, and McKinnon? Whatever lineup that we had, it seemed to work out, and it seems like it's working again this year. 3.29 goals for per game, goals against per game, 2.58. So we're playing good. Compared to all these teams in our divisions, we're playing good. Power play percentage, 24.7. See what I mean? These power play setups we got, and the penalty kill, 88.2. So power play, penalty kill, special teams, and 5-on-5 goals. We're getting it done, man. Nolan Patrick, let's take a look at this. Interesting that we're losing so many games, though. Yeah, see, why couldn't these guys do this during the freaking playoffs? I was so happy because I felt like we found the combination needed to simulate well, and then we just get stifled by the St. Louis Blues. But the same lineups that we had during the playoffs last year, Nolan Patrick, 30 points in 24 games played, and he had 1 goal in 5 games played last year. Now, Maxime Comtois, 24 and 24, Clayton Clutch Keller, 24 and 24, McKinnon, 23 and 24, Drouin, 20 and 24, Tyson Jost, all right, he's got 8 goals, all right, a little bit low, but it doesn't matter when you have all these other guys up here. What is Voloshenko doing? 7 points is a +1, good. What about defenseman Merkley? How you playing? 5 points in 24 games played. Yeah, Merkley is he's more of a two-way defender that we drafted rather than an offensive defenseman. And then Gabriel DePenta and Samsonov. Samsonov's save percentage not looking the greatest. 911 right there. DePenta is at 923. Now I'd expect that comes back around. But Jean-Luc Picard to Calgary. Hopefully Calgary does not make the playoffs, boys. I don't want to waste time, right? We can do this at the end of every month. Feels like it's actually taking a lot longer from my perspective because I still have to live it, but you guys are just seeing the cut version. So let's go to the end of December, the beginning of January, the new year, baby. Let's go and see where the Colorado Avalanche stand. I would love to be able to just get the regular season done in this video, so come on. Okay, so we finished December. We ended up going on a 9-game winning streak at the beginning of the month, and we were on a 6-game. It ended up being a 9-game winning streak, then a loss, a win, a win, a loss, a win. So we were good up to then, and then we went on a 3-game losing streak. Islanders, the Preds and the Oilers, but then we got back on a 3-game winning streak. So it's been a good season so far for the Colorado Avalanche. I would love it if we could stop the regulation losses. I would love that President's Trophy. A record of 23-14-1 is looking good, but if we string together those 3 games here, 3 games there, losing streaks, we're not going to win the Presidents. So we're at the top of the division, and we got a little bit of breathing room here. This is good, all right? The Chicago Blackhawks are nowhere to be found. The St. Louis Blues are 18-16-5, so we got some room to breathe. We just got to keep the pedal to the metal, baby. So you know what? Let's not take a look at the player stats, the team stats after that month. I think it's going to be fairly the same. Let's go. Yeah, that'll set it up perfectly. Let's go past the All-Star break. We'll take a look at the stats, then one more month, and we might be able to finish the season then. All right, so let's get January done. Okay, so we just finished January. Could have been a better month. Our record is 30-20-1. A lot of regulation losses at this point. We should still be a playoff team, but not going to be a President's Trophy team. So top of our division, once again, the Dallas Stars, the Wild, the Jets, and the St. Louis Blues. They're all, and you know what, the Predators as well. They're all neck and neck, so that's good. Let all those guys fight it out. I just need to keep on getting points. So let's take a look at the player stats, the team stats, all that good stuff. We'll see who's producing for us. So Nolan Patrick's still at the top of our list. All right, so goals for per game, we're still at 3.29, so we've been consistently scoring more than 3 goals a game this year, which is great. Goals against per game, 2.63, which is second best in this division. But again, this division's not looking the greatest. So let me just take a look at the entire league here. Goals for per game, 3.4 for the Edmonton Oilers. We are second. Goals against per game, what's the best one? We're up 2.62. We're up there. I mean, we're up there. We're not as good as the Vancouver Canucks or the San Jose Sharks, right? The Vancouver Canucks, friggin' Thatcher Demko. But we're scoring goals, and we got a nice combination of goals for per game and goals against per game. Power play percentage, 22.9%, which is great. It's top 5, so don't need to change that. And penalty kill, 88.5. That might be the best. Second best of the NHL, only second to the Vancouver Canucks. So our team's playing well, man. I would love it if we could just pull away and win that Presidents, but the division is just way too tough, man. Too many games against teams that have stacked teams. We need to be in like the Atlantic or the Pacific and just feed off of those crappy ass teams. So player stats, let's see. Do we have point per game still? Yep. Okay, so these guys are still point per game. Nolan Patrick at 56 points. He's already got 25 goals in 51 games played. Maxime Comtois, 49 points. Beautiful. Clayton Clutch Keller, 46 points. Nathan McKinnon, 44. Jonathan Drouin, 35. And Tyson Jost, 25. But he's already a 20-goal scorer in only 50 games. So he looks to be on pace for his 30-goal season once again. JT Compher, Ivan Voloshenko, there it is. And he's a +8, so the fourth line's getting it done. Adam Henrique, he's an exact top 6 forward, so looks like we're going to be getting the best of Adam Henrique this year. He's going to be dropping off big time for next year. Kurdiels, Kachuk, and Gucci, very nice. Defenseman, Derek Pouliot, 27. There you go, Ryan Merkley. He's catching up. He's got 24 points, 8 goals. Very good, very good. Anything going up there? He's 88 overall. Okay. And goaltenders, did Samsonov save percentage? Samsonov save percentage, boys. All right, so I mean, we're getting W's, but could he be the reason that we're not, or maybe it's our good defensive core. We're not allowing a lot of shots on the net. I don't know. We've seen goaltenders with better stats, though. I mean, Picard, that's for sure. Let's see, Jean-Luc Picard. Well, save percentage of .902. Never mind. Okay, so maybe it's just one of those things. Calgary might be a shitty team as well, right? God, Johnny Gaudreau was on free agency this year, so it looks like they lost him. But still, I would like to see a better save percentage out of, what's his name, Ilya Samsonov. So, boys, we are at the top of the Central Division, but bad things could easily still happen. So I'm going to simulate all the way down here to the trade deadline, and then we'll take it real time from there, okay? So one more month of simulating. All right, boys, bad news. I hate this game, man. The friggin' voodoo, I swear. It's just, it always gets me. So the wins that we got were good, but look, loss against the Winnipeg Jets, right? Central Division, coming back on our tail. Loss against the Minnesota Wild. Loss against the St. Louis Blues. Loss against the Dallas Stars. Loss against the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, let's just lose against the teams that can catch us. Oh my God, right at this time as well. So we're still in the division lead, but look at this now. The Dallas Stars are 1 point behind us. The Jets, 2 points behind us. The St. Louis Blues 4 points behind us. The Predators and the Wild 5 points behind us. Fuck this division, man. Holy crap! I cannot get a goddamn break in this GM mode. It's ridiculous. Oh, I thought the season was going well. No wonder we can't win a President's Trophy. It's impossible in the Central Division. There's too many good teams. They're all vying for a damn playoff spot. So here we go. First line looking like this. Second line looking like that. Third line looking like that. Fourth line looking like that. Defenseman, Cam Fowler's a 92. Now start playing like an asshole. Travis Sanheim, an 89. Good. We're seeing some growth out of him. And goaltenders, Ilya freaking Samsonov. Would you start saving the goddamn puck? 915 save percentage. If we end up blowing this, man, I'm going to be so freaking ticked off. So, boys, let me just quickly go to the trade players. We'll go through, see who's available. You know what? No. Browse the trading blocks. We'll do it this way. Because I won't be able to recognize the names at this point. I need to see. There might be some younger players out there. So, Domi, Luke Shen, Max Domi, 86 overall. Do I need a playmaker anywhere? No, I don't need him. I could use a defenseman. Rask for 1 year. Screw Samsonov. Just get Rask in there. No, you know what? No, I gotta go with Samsonov. Ryan O'Reilly. Ooh, second line center. Third line center. Sam Reinhart and Ryan O'Reilly. Wow, the Buffalo Sabres. All right, hang on a second. I'll go back to Buffalo after. Derek Brassard. Don't need a center. Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves. Wow, this is an incredible trade deadline. Everybody's freaking contracts coming up this year. All right, so I got O'Reilly, Reinhart, Kane, and what's his name? Taves. Okay, so Anze Kopitar as well. Years left too, though. Can't accept that contract. Sawchuk. All right. Kasperi Kapanen. Tyler Myers, 1 year, right? Nah, I don't need him. Only 87. I mean, you could get him to replace Good Branson, but why? Wayne Simmons, though, 1 year, $7 million as a two-way forward. Could replace, what's his name? Kachuk down there with Wayne Simmons. Mikko Rantanen on the Philadelphia Flyers. Bring him back to the Colorado Avalanche. Foot, Tristan Jerry, Curry, Dumba, Nilstorp, Sweetland. All right. Okay. So if I go back, let me just, I'm asking to get myself in trouble here with a massive trade. I'm thinking of like a Tyson Jost and a first for Patrick Kane. Jonathan Drouin, Kachuk for Adam Henrique for Jonathan Taves. Ryan O'Reilly for an Adam Henry. You know what? No, I'm not making any of those stupid freaking trades, boys. All right, this is the team. I could do Tyler Myers for Eric Goodbranson. No, you know what? No. We're holding on to the first round pick, all right? Like I said, I could take a stab in the dark and end up making the team worse. End up making our team worse simulating. We're at the top for goals for. We're the top for goals against. Our special teams penalty kill power play. We just got to come through, all right? We got to come through in this goddamn Central Division. So we're going to go a real-time simulation now, boys. We got, I don't know how many games left. We got to beat Central Division teams, all right? So East, Pacific. Here we go. Pacific, Central. Do we have any freaking Central games left? All right, the last 2 games of the season. Yeah, all right. Good job, EA Sports. Not even facing my freaking division by the end of the year. That could be a good thing, actually. You know what? That could be a good thing. So, a lot of Pacific Division opponents. Yeah, let's go down to this game right here. All right, so it's at the point where we just got to win more than we lose at this point. We do control our own destiny, but I've seen losing streaks just pop out of nowhere, man. Here we go. 5-3 loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets. We cannot go on extended losing streaks in regulation. You have to answer every loss in regulation with a win. 7-2 win. That's what a winning team needs to do. Shootout loss, we got a point. Not the end of the world. All right, with a good job. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1-1 in our last 6. Good. Keep this up now. The LA Kings, come on. Beautiful. 5-1-1 in our last 7. Come on, baby. 5-1-2. I'll take that in our last 8. 5-2-2. Not good. 6-2-2. Okay, 6-2-2 in our last 10. That's the kind of record you need to go on. But look at those regulation losses. We're up to 27. It's creeping up there, man. If we go on a 3-game losing streak right now, it is getting dangerous, boys. So let's take a look at the division again. Oh my God, I hate this. Yep. We gave up the first spot to the Dallas Stars. We are tied with the St. Louis Blues, and the Winnipeg Jets are only 3 points behind us, man. I hate this freaking division. I hate this division. I hate it with a freaking passion, man. We have such a good team, and we simulate well. Our numbers look great, but we get regulation losses, man. Fucking EA Sports and their stupid-ass simulation engine. It's garbage. Oh, here we go. Come on. What was it? 6-2-2 in our last 10, I think it was, at a scouting assignment. You just can't build a freaking President's Trophy winning team. I'll end up going for a rebuild, and that team will end up winning the President's Trophy. A team with like 80s in every offensive category, defensive category, goaltending. But this team, no. There we go. 5-2 loss to the LA Kings. So 6-3-2 in our last 11. 7-3-2 in our last 12. Here we go. Loss. Look at that, boys. Lost to San Jose, win. Lost to LA, win. Lost to LA again. This is what I mean. All right, so another 4 games. Yeah, we'll just go past. Another 3 games. Here we go. Come on, Carolina Hurricanes. Here we go. They're going to ruin our season once again. Come on, can we get a W? There you go. 9-0. Where was the offense against the freaking Hurricanes last? Oh, whatever. We're in the Stanley Cup playoffs, hopefully. There's 2 wins, a loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning. 42-30-5. All right, so we got 89 points. We're going to need a few more wins here, man. We're going to need a few more wins. Hang on. Oh, God, if you froze. If this game froze right now, I'll be so freaking pissed off. All right, you know what? Hang on a second here. Save file. Yeah. Create a new file. Let me just in case, man. I've done a lot in this video. We did the free agency. We simulated the entire year. I don't need the game freezing out on me right now. The EA voodoo. All right. Yeah. Okay, so calendar, we got 5 games remaining. All right, we are in second place. I should have taken a look at that. We're in second place, 1 game ahead of third and 2 points ahead of fourth. So a divisional playoff spot is not even guaranteed here. I don't know what happened this season. We were having a good run and then just regulation fucking loss, man. All right, so the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's like, how do they only end up with 21 regulation losses? How do I have a season like that? I know I got a better defensive core than them because they're in the freaking Metropolitan Division. That thing is retired by now. All right, so the next 2 games against the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Montreal Canadiens. Can we please beat them? Can we please freaking beat them? Get a point. Get something. Don't get a regulation loss. Just don't get a shootout loss. Forgot shootout loss. Here we go. We qualified for the playoffs. Thank the good hockey gods. We qualified for the playoffs, boys. But it might be a wild card position. Though we are in the playoffs. All right, so 91 points. 1 point ahead of Dallas. And only 2 points ahead of the Winnipeg Jets. But we can still win our division. We just got to start winning. Do we have another game against the St. Louis Blues? I think we did. Was it? No, it was Minnesota and Chicago. Never mind. All right, we got to win all 3. If we want to win this division, we have to win all 3. You know St. Louis is going to win another one. 7-4 loss. Yeah, beautiful. All right, second last game of the season, the Minnesota Wild. Let's see here. 4-2 victory. And last game of the season, maybe with the opportunity to steal the division. On the last game of the season against the Chicago Blackhawks, we won it 4-0. All right, so there's 4 total points there at the end. Let's see, was that enough? No, the St. Louis Blues just took off, man. Where the hell do these teams come from? Like they only end up with 27 regulation losses. I mean, I was ahead of them, and then I just shit the bed. So annoying, man. So annoying. And that means in the first round, we're going up against the high goal scoring. Is it going to be the high goal-scoring Winnipeg Jets? Yes, it is. But at least we have home ice advantage. All that pisses me off, man. At the beginning of the year, man, we were winning games. That 9-game winning streak. This is what I mean. You go on like a 9-game winning streak. Your stats are some of the best stats in the NHL. But you still end up with all those regulation losses. So let's see. Yeah, the 11th best team in the NHL. All right, but let's see. The worst amount of regulation losses. Let's see. Or the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I mean, it just seems like this game is all over the place. I mean, the second best team for regulation losses was up there at 27. I mean, if you look at the standings in the NHL now, the best teams are below 20. The elite teams are around 20. No, every team in this is above 30. Or close to 30. Goals for per game. We were up there. I mean, look, we're second best for goals for in the NHL. Goals against per game. This is what pisses me off, man. Second best for goals for. Fourth best for goals against. But our regulation losses is still up there at 31. Give me a break. Give me a break. The simulation seems so random. Power play percentage, third best in the NHL. Penalty kill percentage, let's see. Oh, no, first best in the NHL. Yeah, this is not a President's Trophy team. This is not a team that would be at the top of their division. Oh, yeah, home record. Oh, and last 10, 5, 3, and 2. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to create a good team. You know, you might make the argument that if we had a goaltender that could have a save percentage above .925 in this season, maybe that would have put us over the edge. But I feel like this is a President's Trophy team, but we just don't simulate. We just get losses. Just keep getting losses, man. So forwards, let's see here. Nolan Patrick. All right, so that's a good season for him, point per game. Let's see what he can do in the playoffs. Maxime Comtois, 63 assists. That's why I put him next to Nolan Patrick and Clayton Clutch Keller, who's 87 overall now, 70 points and 35 goals. So that first line, I mean, it clicks during the regular season. I just need it to click during the playoffs. Nathan MacKinnon, 69 points, but 31 goals. That's the whole point of Nathan MacKinnon. He's a goal scorer. Jonathan Drouin is actually the playmaker. 48 assists, and then you got the other goal scorer, Tyson Jost. So, you know, the first line, 82 points, 76, 70, 230 goal scorers. The second line, you know, 69 points, 65 points, but 230 goal scorers. We figured out how to simulate great with the top six. We just needed to work out in the playoffs, all right? So JT Compher, Voloshenko, great season for Voloshenko. No power play time, fourth line ice time, and he's got 33 points. He's a great playmaker, man. I might have to put him on the power play if we get into trouble. Adam Henrique, Nick Kurdiels, Matthew Tkachuk, Frederick Gauthier, all right. Defenseman, Derek Pouliot, Ryan Merkley, all right, 37, so no Rasmus Dahlin numbers. And goaltenders, let's see, Samsonov boys, 9-1-5. Gabriel DePenta, 9-3-4. But he only started 19 games while Samsonov started 70 games, all right? So maybe if we had a better goaltender, shots against, I mean, jeez, man, our penalty kill and our goals against was still top of the league. Maybe we just did not allow a lot of shots, and it somehow has to even itself out a little bit, you know? It's not going to let you build a perfect team that'll just simulate well. It'll always bring it back down to earth. I don't know. So there it is, boys. The player stats are for year number, what is it, 6? Yeah, year number 7. This is year number 7. Shit. Oh, I can't even keep up with it anymore, boys. So it's year number 7, because we lost the Blues in 2, 4, and 6. I think I've been saying this is year number 6 this entire video. Shit. So, boys, let me know what you think. Any options that we can go through with if we start to lose games? I don't know what to do, man. I feel like I've built a team here. I am on the I'm at the mercy of the EA simulation at this point. What else can you do, right? So, the Year 7 playoffs, you got the Jackets versus the Islanders, the Penguins versus the Capitals, the Habs versus the Lightning, and the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Carolina Hurricanes, who are looking to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals for the 3rd year in a row. And in the West, you got the Colorado Avalanche versus the Winnipeg Jets. That should be interesting. The St. Louis Blues waiting for us in round number 2 right there, boys. Oh, Christ. The San Jose Sharks and the Edmonton Oilers, and the Vancouver Canucks and the Dallas Stars. So every team that we've had to face in the playoffs that's kicked us out, Carolina, St. Louis, and Vancouver, all in this playoffs. Gabriel Landeskog is in the playoffs, all right? Oh, this is going to be a good one. So, boys, the last year of the 3-year time frame. This is the last year the Colorado Avalanche have to get it done with this roster. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the Year 7 playoffs. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.